Hello and welcome to the Hearth's breakdown of the Grand Tournament expansion for Hearthstone. I'm your host, Aidan Frost Rockards, and I'm joined by the one, the only, Matthew Hillman.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So are you excited to analyze all these new super awesome cards that Blizzard released?
Oh, obviously, man. We're going to be going through all the Grand Tournament release cards. Um, Man, there are a lot of them in here, so we're going to talk about some for probably a long time, and we're going to talk about other ones for like maybe a second. So, yeah.
Yeah, so we're really just gonna try to blast through a couple of the simple ones, and hopefully go a little bit more in depth on the legendaries and all the cool mechanics and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So hold on to your butts, right?
Yes, something like that.
Okay, I guess we'll just start with Druid commons, then go to rares, epics, legendaries, and so on. So the very first card
Sure.
is Druid of the Saber. Obviously it'll be up on screen, so I'm not gonna actually list the stats and stuff. So you get to either choose charge or 1/1 in stealth. I think this card's actually pretty decent because it's pretty well two regular cards, the blue Murloc or the Giblin. They're pretty well the exact same type of cards, but now you get the choice. So I mean, both those are kind of underrated because they're not that great cards, but with the choice, I think it adds way more value to the card.
Yeah, you have the ability to, play it according to what you need at the time, so it's nice.
Yeah, I think it's a good card. The next card is Living Roots, which is a druid spell. Once again, you have the choose mechanic of either doing 2 damage or summoning 2/1/1 saplings. I think, once again, it's a very versatile card. I think it will see play because of that, just itself.
Yeah, I think 2 damage for 1 mana by itself is great, but if you're in the instance where you do need some board presence, then you have the option to summon 2/1/1 saplings. So, yeah,
We're going to see
just a
some
solid
Malagos
card.
Living Roots, druid.
Oh my god, that would be ridiculous.
The next card is Windwalker. Battle Cry, give a friendly beast plus 3 health. Blizzard's really trying to push the druids being beast, like synergizing and stuff like that. Like I think that's kind of a neat idea. I think like with the rest of the set, it's kind of good, but without the beast mechanic, it's not that good of a card at all.
Yeah, obviously 4 for 4 we've seen before, and some of those have way better uh, battle cries or other abilities. I mean, if you're playing some sort of beast druid deck, then this will really work out for you.
Exactly. Now we're on to the rares for Druid. The first one is Savage Combatant. Inspire, give your hero +2 attack this turn. So I mean, it's not bad stats. Like obviously you have either the Yetis of the world where they're 4 attack 5 health, but this one's 5 attack 4 health. And honestly, it's just a regular 4 drop. If you get your hero power off, then great. That's a huge bonus. Having 3 attack to clear a minion rather than 1 with your hero power is a huge bonus. I think it's kind of interesting if you're playing a Beast Druid like we mentioned before.
Yeah, and the fact that it is a beast leads me to believe that it's going to be more viable to play beast druid now, and that actually synergizes already with is it druid of the flame or what is it? Druid
Druid
of
of the
the fang?
Fang, yeah.
Yeah, druid of the fang. So I think we're going to be seeing more of that, and I actually kind of do like that mechanic.
Then we're on to I don't know how you pronounce this card. Our Darnas. Darnas is a
Aspirant?
sure. Yeah, sounds great. So it's battle cries. You gain a mana crystal. It's another ramp card, but its death rattle is you destroy a mana crystal. So I mean, in ramp druid, it's a really good card because you get that effect until they clear it. So. But I mean, the thing I was really thinking about this card is it's a nerf to Piloted Shredder, because if Piloted Shredder drops it, you just lose a mana crystal when it dies.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty true. Piloted Shredder will give you a random 2 drop, right? So you could get this even if you weren't playing Druid.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but I think it is a good ramp card because I mean, until they clear it, you're playing one mana crystal head, so that's kind of cool.
That's kind of funny because they're ninja nerfing it, and Piloted Shredder's been like probably the best 4 drop in the game for a long time. So that's kind of funny.
Yeah, then again, less chance to get Doomsayer, so all the better. Anyways, on to the next Druid card, Knight of the Wild. Whenever you summon a beast, reduce the cost of this card by 1. So I mean, once again, Beast Druid honestly could be a good card because like right now it's 7 mana, 6/6, so I mean it's really overpriced. But if you get it down to like 5 mana or 4 mana, it's a crazy drop. Like that's a really good
Yeah.
drop.
Yeah, and especially, I mean, there needs to be more synergy, I think, with the neutral beast cards in order to make beast druid actually work. And so with this kind of thing, I mean, I could see you playing neutral beasts and having a beast druid deck kind of work out.
Yeah, I could see a whole deck built around it. The first epic of the Druid set is Astral Communion. It is gain 10 mana
Yeah.
crystals but discard your entire hand. So that card is like one of those cards where it's like, if you hit properly with it, you win the game. Like if your opening hand is like Innervate or something, and then that,
Yeah.
because then you have 10 mana on turn 2, and then hopefully you can draw some
Yep.
big cards that will draw you stuff. But if you don't, like, once again, you still have to get big drops that will draw you. Like, you need an Ancient of Lore the next turn, or else you're going to have 0 card draw. So it's kind of, I don't think it's a good
Or
card.
you just run like Kel'Thuzad and a bunch of like big, minion drops, and then it doesn't really matter what you draw as long as you have Astral Communion in the first couple turns of the game.
It's still pretty cheesy. I don't think it will be a good card. It's just kind of fun though.
It is kind of fun, and I agree that I don't see it getting much play, but it's one of those things where if a good tavern brawl comes out, you may want to run this depending on what it's good for.
That is true, yeah. The next epic is 3 mana. It's Mulch. It's of hard removal for Druid. Finally. So you destroy a minion, you add a random minion to your opponent's hand. So I mean, it's one of those. It's a hard removal that you can't really use on low drops, because if you use it on low drop, chances are they're gonna get a better minion for it. But if you use it on like an 8 mana, like a legendary or something, chances are they're gonna get like a 4 mana card or something like that. So I mean, you really
Yeah.
only can use it on high drops, which I mean is still good. Like Druid has no removal. They have Naturalize, which gives them 2 card draw, which is terrible, and they have Recycle, which just puts it back in their deck. So I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. This is maybe something I would run one of, just simply because I don't know that you would really need a whole lot of 3 mana removal. I don't know. I feel like swipe plus most druids are playing some sort of like ramp or like tempo, so you get not tempo but like mid range, and I feel like if you don't have board control as druid, you've pretty much already lost. So I don't know that how good this is really gonna be.
yeah, I'd run like a one of it. Like I mean, I don't even think Druid really needs removal to do what it needs to do, either combo or just out tempo the other player. So I mean, I think
Right.
it's kind of like a one of if you want to. But the interesting card, the legendary for the Druid class, is
Oh, so
Aviana.
good.
Your minions cost 1. It's a 5/5 for 9 mana, so it's terrible stats, but your minions cost 1. So I mean, you can play this thing on turn 10, play your 9 mana card, and then play any card from your hand, because every other card costs 1 now. So I mean, if you play
Yeah.
this and then Kel'Thuzad, you probably win the game, because they have to clear both or silence one. It's crazy. Like, I don't even know how you deal with this
Yeah.
card if you get crazy combos.
And that's the combo that we talked about on the Hearth, and I think that's huge. Like, if you play Aviana and then Kel'Thuzad, you've pretty much won the game. I don't know that they can really do anything because they have to silence or kill both of them in order to really stop you from making a good play. So it's just crazy.
Like sometimes we joke about if you don't kill Emperor Thorson the first time he's played, like he gets a ton of reductions and then you lose the game. So if like it's one of those things, like if you don't kill Emperor Thorson, you probably lose the game because they have so many like reductions. But if you don't kill this card, literally everything in their hand costs 1. They can play their entire hand if they really want to, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, and you have to remember that this is turn 9, and like we said, if you innervated or something, maybe turn 7, but turn 9 or 10, if you're playing this card, then the next turn you play your entire hand if you have minions. So it's just, yeah, you need to get rid of this for sure.
I think it's my favorite legendary set, but we have more to come.
It's one of those that's just we've never seen anything like it for. So it's really cool.
Yeah, so onto the Hunter common cards. We have Brave Archer. Inspire, if your hand is empty, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. It's kind of a cute little card, the only face damage card in the set, really. But I mean, it's really hard. It's like, you need the quick shot. I mean, it's not a terrible card to top deck if you're playing Face Hunter, so I mean, that's kind of what it has it going for it, but other than that, it's not a good card, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna take the opposite stance and say this is a pretty much 2 of automatically in Face Hunter. I don't see a reason to not play this card in Face Hunter. You're going to be using your hero power like later in the game if you get to turn 8, turn 9, turn 10. And if you have a Brave Archer on the field, you're just doing 2 extra damage. It makes no sense not to run it. So
I guess that's
I
true.
don't know. I think it's an auto include
I
in
guess
Face
it's one of those
Hunter.
things that's like,
But
it's not bad to have turn 1, it's not bad to have turn 10, you know what I mean? I guess that's true if you think of it that
Yeah,
way.
it's just a value card all around because it's still a 2/1 even so. So I don't know. In Face Hunter, it's all about putting damage on the board, and this is just an all-around damage card. So it seems pretty good. But a lot of the other cards that we're going to see for Hunter in this set actually kind of push away from Face Hunter. So we'll see.
Yeah. The next card is Bear Trap. It's another secret for Hunter. After your hero is attacked, summon a 3/3 bear with taunt. So it's kind of like a more defensive type secret rather than the aggressive or board control type secrets we currently have for Hunter.
Yeah, this one's pretty interesting. It reminds me a lot of Freezing Trap because Freezing Trap will do similar things where it's putting you in a situation where you can slow down the enemy. But it's obviously not that great in Face Hunter. I don't know. It's seeming to lean towards the mid range or control-y type Hunter.
Yeah, I think we really have to think about Hunter as like a new deck type is going to have to be made for Hunter for a lot of these cards to work. You have to play more of a control beast type Hunter for a lot of these cards to work.
Yeah, and I've always liked mid-range Hunter like way more. I've always thought that was way more fun than Face Hunter. So I'm kind of excited for these new Hunter cards.
The next card is Elix. King's Alec, holy crap. Battle
King's
Cry.
Alec, yeah.
Yeah. Battle Cry, reveal a minion each deck. If yours costs more, draw it. That's the new Joust mechanic that they introduced. I mean, just once again, if you're playing a mid-range Hunter deck and you draw this, like, chances are your card's going to win if you're running, like, high mains or, like, some 8-drops and stuff like that. So, I think it's a good card.
Yeah.
It really makes you want to play control, so that's good. Or play.
Yeah, and I really like that, even though it's 2 mana for 3/2, you still have that ability to possibly get a draw. I mean, it says nothing about what happens if the other person wins. Like, that's what I really like about it, is that even if you lose, it's still a 3/2 for 2, and it's a beast. So you're getting ahead already on turn 2. So that's pretty good.
Exactly. There's no reason not to run Blood Raptor over it or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The next card is the first rare of the Hunter set, which is Ball of Spiders. Summon 3 1/1 web spinners. So, I mean, it's pretty well...
This is such a silly card.
You're pretty well getting 6 minions for, like, 6 mana, but you still have to pay for 3 of them that proc from web spinner. I don't think it's good. I think it's terrible.
I think it's a terrible card. It's funny, though. I don't know. Web spinners are beasts, right?
Yes.
So does this proc the... what is it? Draw a card? When you summon a beast?
What do you mean, like, exactly?
Oh man, people used to run it with Unleash the Hounds. What was it? The Buzzard.
Oh,
Buzzard. Yeah, does this proc Buzzard 3 times?
Yeah, it sure would. Yeah, it's summoning 3 beasts. Yeah, that's
okay.
Shit.
So I could see it working with that, but
too bad Buzzard costs 5 now.
Yeah, I know.
So that's 11 mana combo.
So now you're kind of playing a 6 mana Unleash the Hounds, but worse. So it's like, yeah, no. I still don't see it running. No.
No. Next card is Ram Wrangler. Battle Cry. If you have a beast, summon another beast. Or summon another random beast. So I mean, once again, if you have board control and you have a lot of these beasts that we're seeing, like, that's a really good card. You can get King Crush off that for 5 mana.
Yeah, and it says summon a random beast, so it goes to the battlefield already, which is pretty great.
I think that's good. I think that's a really good card. I think I'm going to try some, like, Beast Hunter decks. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I don't know. It is 5 mana, though, so you have to think about what you'd be doing on turn 5 as a Hunter. I don't know if you have a whole lot of great 5 drops, but I don't know. It does cost a lot for a 3/3 minion.
But if you get the Battle Cry, chances are you're going to get 5, like, at least 2 more stats, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. I mean, the Battle Cry is pivotal here. If you don't have a beast on the board, this is a dead card. So.
Yep. The next card is Power Shot. Deal 2 damage to a minion and the minions next to it. So it's like the baby version of
Explosive Shot.
Explosive Shot. Thank you very much. So I mean, I don't think it's good, but once again, it's good not to have face cards in Hunter. It's good to have some control cards to maybe give some more other decks a shot.
Well, it's good because Explosive Shot is what, 5 mana? So
yep.
This is a 3 mana removal, which is much better if you're trying to play something like Control. Because you don't always need to do 5 and 2. Sometimes you just need to deal 1 damage to all the minions. And as Hunter, if you play Explosive Trap, that'll work. But this is something you can do right now to prevent it, and it costs the same as Explosive Trap anyway. So.
Yeah. The first epic of the Hunter set is Lock and Load. Each time you cast a spell this turn, add a random Hunter card to your hand. I think we've mentioned this before on the show. I think this is one of the best cards in the set. Like, I think Lock and Load Hunter could be its own type of Hunter, just running a lot of like arcane shots, all these like really low cost spells. Just you have a turn 10 Lock and Load, and you just get a ton of beast cards, and you can win the game the next turn. Like, it's crazy the amount of card draw you can get from it.
But yeah, what I was saying was this card's interesting because it's adding RNG into Hunter, and Hunter doesn't have a whole lot of RNG, so I like that they're giving it more randomness, I guess. Card games are only fun if there's good randomness, and then you can just pray to RNGesus.
But like, think about it. Like, say if you have like three cards in your hand, and then you have Lock and Load, right? And they have also three cards in hand. You get to play all your cards, and then you get a bunch more. Like, it's a way to keep up with the enemy. Like, you keep getting more cards. Like, you have 36 cards in your deck in theory when you have Lock and Load, because you're just getting all these extra cards that you wouldn't have originally had.
Mm. Okay, so how do you feel about it if we were playing like a face hunter type deck and we were running things like quick shot and arcane shot and kill command, and then you play this on turn 10 and you blow all of those cards at once? You've pretty much won the game, right? That's
Yeah,
what you're saying?
it's really, really good. Like, in theory,
Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty
sure,
good.
I'm sure there's gonna be a Trollden clip of it sometime where someone plays Lock and Load and they have one quick shot, and they just get quick shot after quick shot after quick shot after quick shot, and and win the game. I'm
Yeah,
sure
that
that's gonna
probably
happen.
will happen. Yeah.
The next
Yeah,
epic
I can see
is
it.
Stable Master. Battlecry, give a friendly beast immunity this turn. I think it's a terrible card. It's really bad stats.
Wow.
It's just like maybe in Beast Hunter, but still, it seems even bad then. I mean, great. You'll
Okay,
get
well,
one
here's
trade.
the thing. If you're running Beast Hunter and you have a trade that would be normally bad for you, this will sway it. Plus, you get a new minion on the field, and it only costs 3 mana, so it's not. I don't think it's that bad. I understand that it's definitely not a great card, um, but in certain situations, if you're playing Beast Hunter, I could see this working out.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I'd like to try some Beast Hunter, so maybe as the meta develops. Um,
Speaking of beasts, let's talk
yeah.
about these legendaries.
There's two legendaries for Hunter. We were trying to talk about it on the
Wow.
show this past week on the Hearth, but we can't really figure it out. Like, they seem like they synergize together because they equal 10 mana in cost. The two cards are
Yeah.
Acid Maw, a 7 mana 4/2. Whenever another minion takes damage, destroy it, and Dread Scale, a 3 mana 4/2. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all other minions. So, I mean, by themselves, like each one by itself, sounds absolutely terrible. But together, like if you get a turn 10 combo of both these cards at the same time, it clears the entire board because of their passives together. So, I mean,
Right.
I really don't know like what Blizzard was thinking. They're not very good, I don't think. I really hope if you craft or like get one from the pack, you get the other one because, like, man, they're terrible by themselves, though.
They are really, really bad alone. Um, Acid Moss, 7 mana for a 4/2 is just terrible. And, like, even if you add in the passive, it's not enough to really give it, you know, the strength that it needs as a card. It's just not a great card.
Yeah. I
But
don't
then
know.
you look at Dread Scale, and it's like, okay, 3 mana for 4/2 is kind of okay. But I don't know. I don't know. Even together, you get a 4/1 and a 4/2 at the end of the turn, and every other minion on the battlefield is gone. So I guess if you're behind,
It
I
just seems so
guess.
weird. Like, I don't even know like what they were
Yeah,
thinking.
I don't know. I don't know. It is weird.
Okay, hopefully we'll see that in some play somewhere because I really want to see it work eventually. But anyways, on to Mage. Mage commons. Spellslinger is the first one. Battlecry, add a random spell card to each player's hand. So you're getting a random spell card, not your own class. So, I mean, it's kind of, once again, RNG. You can get Totemic Might. That would be a lot of fun for you as a mage. I think it's a bad card.
Yeah, I understand. Obviously, your example. I mean, it could be really, really bad for you. But I mean, 3 mana, 3/4. It's got decent stats for a 3 mana card. It's just the random spell. I mean, yeah,
I would
I don't see it being played either.
I would rather it be a 3 mana like 3/2 and only give you a random spell. Like that would be
Yeah, the fact that it gives your opponent a random spell too is really bad. Like, what if they get Flame Strike?
Yeah,
You're screwed. Like, that doesn't help you at all.
oh well, I don't think it's gonna be good, but who knows? We really don't know right now until like.
Can you imagine Face Hunter with Pyroblast? Like, you're done. That's dumb.
But the game ends before turn 10, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The next card is Flame Lance, not Flame Strike. Deal 8 mana to a minion, so it's kind of like a hard removal. I mean, not really a hard removal, but chances are it's going to be because most minions don't have more than 8 health, other than the couple dragons and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's really good that it's 8 damage because so many legendary or giant minions or whatever have 8 health. So if you're running some sort of control mage, then Flame Lance makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does what Flame Strike can't, so that's good.
Exactly.
The next mage card is Dalaran Aspirant.
Aspirant? I don't know. I mean, it's somebody who aspires to be something, I guess. I don't know.
It makes sense because the card text is Inspire, gain 1 spell damage. Imagine playing this and just hero powering every single turn, just getting more and more spell damage. And then it's like Malagos.
Okay. So I'm intrigued. Is it giving Dalaran Aspirant plus 1 spell damage?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from that.
Okay. Because the way that it just says gain spell damage plus 1. So it could be that it's just giving the mage plus 1 spell damage.
That would be so broken.
Which would be so broken, because then you get rid of Dalaran Aspirant and you still have like plus 4 spell damage. It's just dumb.
I don't think it's a terrible card, though. I mean, it's kind of like low stats, but I could see it being played like in some sort of caster mage spell deck.
Yeah, I don't know. There haven't been a lot of like OTK mages or anything like that in a while, but spell damage is huge in that sort of deck. So I'm questioning whether you would run this as opposed to something that costs 4 mana that already gives you spell damage, or even like Cobalt Geomancer already gives you plus 1 spell damage. In this instance, you have to play Dalaran Aspirant and cast your hero power to get the spell damage. So I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know.
It seems kind of weak. The first rare of the mage set is Effigy. It's a secret. Whenever a friendly minion,
a cool card.
Whenever a friendly minion dies, summon a random minion at the same cost. What immediately popped in my head was running the 3 mana 4/3 mage card that allows you to play a secret for free. I think that card would be really good because you play that, it's 3 mana, then you get a free 3 mana spell, and then when that dies, you get a 3 mana minion. So you're getting 9 mana worth of cards for like 3, which is crazy.
Yeah. That is pretty cool, and I think that Effigy could be really, really good especially if you're playing Freeze Mage, because if you play Effigy on turn 8 and then you play Alexstrasza turn 9, chances are you don't have anything on the board, and your opponent needs to kill Alexstrasza because you're at 15. They're at 15 health. So then they kill Alexstrasza, and you get a totally random minion that's 9 cost, which means you're gonna get some sort of dragon or something, and basically negating the fact that they killed your Alexstrasza. So that's huge. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. The next card is Fallen Hero. Your hero power deals 1 extra damage. I think it's a really good 2-drop. I think that's crazy.
Oh, this is fucking broken. Am I right?
You coin this turn 1, and then turn 2 you can hero power their 2-drop. Like that's so cool.
Yeah. This card is awesome, and I think that if you can protect Fallen Hero somehow, then having your hero power do 2 damage, it's ridiculous. Like it's so much better. It's just crazy. You can do so many more things with 2 damage, and that's awesome. I don't know. It's almost like, I don't know. It's so much better than any other hero power. It's just great.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. It'll definitely see some play, I think. The next card is Polymorph Boar. Transform a minion into a 4/2 boar charge. So think of it as like a cheaper polymorph, but now you can't hero power. Like normally polymorph turns it into a 1/1 chicken. Now it's like you have to polymorph it, and you have to probably trade your minion. Or the other cool part is you can trade with all your minions, like do a bunch of face damage, polymorph your own minion, and then attack with another 4 damage.
Mm-hmm. Which I think is the purpose of this card.
Oh no, I could also see like, they have an 8/8. And I don't know. Like, I don't know why I wouldn't use these regular polymorphs. Never mind.
Well, I mean, you could just use regular polymorph, but what if you ran both? I mean, you can run regular polymorph and polymorph boar, and then if you're in a situation where you need 4 damage, you can polymorph your own guy, or if you want to get rid of one of their minions, you use it on their minion. So
It's
I
cool.
guess actually it works kind of well with the one we just talked about.
Oh yeah, Fallen Hero because you can hero power for
Yeah,
two.
because you can just hero power for 2, so you can get rid of their minion too that way.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome actually. The next one is it's a first epic of the Mage set. It's Koldara Drake. You can use your hero power as many times. Sorry, any number of times. So it's a 6/6 dragon. It's all right, I guess. I mean, it's kind of low stats. Usually, you have like an extra health or something, or an extra damage on a 6-drop. But like, it's a really unique mechanic. Like, you play as turn 6, and then you have maybe a fallen hero on the board or something, and you just hero power like for 2 damage as many times as you can next turn.
Yeah, I can see this working well with other manipulations of your hero power. I don't know because if you're playing this turn 10, then you can do your hero power twice, but you don't really have the ability to hero power a bunch of times in one turn all that often. So, as mage, I don't see this being that influential because why would you ever want to use 4 mana on your hero power? If you're doing 4 damage, okay, maybe, but
I don't know. It's kind
mages
of
have
like,
fireball and they have frostbolt and stuff, so it's like they don't really need this. I don't
yeah,
think.
I don't think it'll be played a lot, but I think it's a cool card. We've never really seen something like that before.
Yeah.
The next card is Arcane Blast. Deal 2 damage to a minion. This spell gets double bonus from spell damage. So I mean, if you have Malagos on the field, you could turn 10 Malagos than this, and you could hit a minion for 10 damage. So I mean, or would it be 12? Yeah, it'd be 12, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it would be 2 plus 5,
Well,
and
it's
then it would be
doubled, so
plus 5 again.
so
So
12.
yeah,
Yeah.
12.
Kill Ysera. They play Ysera turn 9. You play Malagos, and then that turn 10 and kill it.
Jeez.
That's pretty funny. I think it's not a good card, but it's a lot of fun. Honestly, it's good removal if you actually have a lot of spell damage, like your dollar on Aspirant, stuff like that.
Yeah, and I mean it's only 1 mana, so even 1 mana deal 2 damage is not bad.
Yeah,
But
really.
it gets the bonus from the spell damage, so yeah, why not?
And then finally, the Mage Legendary of the
Yeah.
set, Ronin. Death Rattle, add three copies of Arcane Missiles to your hand. I think this card is crazy good, honestly. Like, the way I've kind of valued it myself is it's 8 mana, 7/7, so I mean, alright stats, like you wish it was like a little bit higher, but I mean, the Death Rattle, 3 Arcane Missiles, that's 9 damage. If you look at Avenging Wrath, which is 6 mana, deal 8, this is 1 more damage for half the cost, in theory. And also now these 3 copies of Arcane Missiles can trigger with like stuff like Flame Walkers, all your spell damage, all these crazy things. Like it's honestly like if you have a Flame Walker on the field and then you use all 3 Arcane Missiles, that's what 15 damage instead of 9. Like
Yeah.
that's so good. I think this card is crazy. Or if you have Antonitis, like there's so many things that synergize with this card. Like it's so good.
Yeah, I can definitely see this being run in a new type of mage deck, and we're noticing that trend. Most of the cards of this set are pushing classes to different play styles. Just pushing the class to its limits and trying to figure out other ways to play it. And Ronin is one of those cards that's going to be instrumental in changing the way Mage is played. So I like it too. I don't think it's overpowered or anything. I just think um, it's a good card. I think it's a good card.
Yeah. So now we're on to Paladin and their common cards. First we have the Warhorse Trainer. Your Silverhand recruits have +1 attack. It's good three. It's a good. I mean, I like having 3 drops with being 3/4s. Holy crap! But I mean, for a 2/4, and then all your Silverhand recruits have +1 attack. You play muster for battle. Like you coin muster turn 2, and then you play this turn 3, and then you can trade really really well with all your recruits, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, and the difference here between Warhorse Trainer and Quartermaster is that Quartermaster will do it as a battle cry to all the Silverhand recruits you have on the field, but this one actually affects all of your Silverhand recruits, even ones you haven't summoned yet. So you could play this and then muster, and all of those would be 2/1s. So I think it's a pretty good card.
Yeah, it's cool. I think it'll be run, actually, honestly, the new aggro type paladins that we're seeing on ladder and stuff.
Yeah.
The next card is Murloc Knight. Inspire, summon a random Murloc.
This card is great.
I mean, stats wise, it's terrible, but I mean, it's
Oh
cool. It like I guess you can get like, are there even any good Murlocs that are worth like using it as a 6-drop? If you think of it as a 6-drop, like 4-drop plus the hero power to get another
Right.
minion, there's nothing that even still equals 6 mana, right?
I mean, you
Murkai's
could get
4.
old Murkai, but it's a 2/3 charge. But no, it'd be a 4. It'd be a 3/4 charge or 3/5. Because of
Other
the
Murloc,
fact that
yeah.
this is a Murloc. So
I just
I
don't
don't
think
know.
it's
I mean,
good.
you could get some funny. I mean, what if you random out the raid what is it, war leader or whatever, the one that gives them all +2/+3 or
I
whatever.
guess that'd be really good, right? That's not a
It
battle cry, right?
synergizes with itself. But
Yeah.
other than that, it doesn't have a lot of great. I mean, I guess if you're playing Murloc Paladin, you would want to run this, but is anyone going to play Murloc Paladin? Probably not.
I think
Probably
it's
not.
cool. I'm glad that there's another Murloc in the set though. I'd like
I
to
think
try
it's a
it.
fun mechanic, but I don't think it's going to get played.
No, neither do I. The next card is Seal of Champions. Give a minion +3 attack and Divine Shield.
This card, oh man, I think this is going to get played ridiculous amounts because it just seems so good.
Yeah, honestly, like I love. Well, I mean, Paladin already has so many buff cards. You can make like just well, I mean, aggro paladin's already a thing, but you could make your aggro paladin be like half buff cards, and I think it would still be really, really good.
Actually, Chris used to play this Paladin deck where he would throw out a minion with stealth and then buff it up and then attack and basically OTK. So obviously Seal of Champions would be good in that deck.
It's a buff to his
Um,
deck.
yeah, exactly. He gets to play this now, and it also has Divine Shield. There you go.
Yeah. So the first rare of the Paladin cards is Tuskar Jouster. Battlecry, reveal a minion in your deck. If yours costs more, restore 7 health to your hero. So, I mean, once again, if you're playing a lot of higher drops, which, I mean, we haven't really seen too many Paladins decks playing. My best Dragon Paladin is the only Paladin deck that plays higher drops, really. Um,
Yeah.
I think it's good. If you hit, like, if you don't hit on it, I mean, 5 mana for 5/5 isn't terrible. I mean, it's all right, I guess. And then
Yeah.
the battle cry is crazy though. If you actually hit on it, though, that's worth like another like 2 or 3 mana. So
Yeah, it's basically the whatever, the 6/5 or 6/7 whatever, restore 6 health to your hero.
yeah,
Huge. I mean, that card's run. I can't remember the name of that card. What is it?
it's run in arena a lot. I can tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. That Paladin card. It's great. It's awesome. So this is right up that same vein. You know, life game Paladin would be really, really cool, and this would be a must run in that deck too. So
Yeah. Next card is a weapon. It's a rare weapon, Argent Lance. Battle cry: reveal a minion in each deck. If yours costs more, +1 durability. I don't like this weapon at all. I don't like 2-attack weapons. They're kind of weak. They can't really trade with stuff that you'd like to trade. Like, I like having 3-attack weapons so you can trade even with piloted shredders and stuff like that. And I mean, +1 durability isn't that good either. I mean it's great, but I don't want a 2-attack weapon. I'd rather use
yeah.
True Silver on turn 4, right?
Well, compared to the axe, the storm axe or whatever that shamans use,
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember what it's called. This is basically the same thing. If you reveal a minion and yours costs more +1 durability, it's 2/3. The shaman one is 2/3 with overload 1. So it's basically that card. I mean, that card's good.
I guess it's not
Um,
bad, yeah, if you think about it that way. Okay,
yeah,
you're not
the
wrong.
fact that it's a turn 2 drop, I mean, that's pretty huge. How many times as Paladin do you make a guy on turn 2? Instead, you can play Argent Lance and you have more removal as opposed to just a 1/1 on the field. So
Okay, the next card is Competitive Spirit. It's a new type of secret. When your turn starts, give your minions +1/1. I think it's really cool. It just activates as soon as your turn starts, and that is pretty cool.
this is the first card, first secret, I mean, that doesn't activate on your enemy's turn, which is so cool.
Yeah, I was thinking of like the crazy things that could go along with it. Like turn 3, you play not Lay on Hands, Muster for Battle. Turn 4, you play
Yeah.
Warhorse Trainer with the secret, right? So then it triggers all your Argent Squires have 2-1. They're already 2-1s, and now they're 3-2s.
Right.
And then on turn 5, you play Quartermaster. So now they're
Wow.
all like 6-5s or whatever, like, or you know what I mean. Either way, it's crazy. Like that would be the god
Yeah.
combo. But like if you hit that combo, you would win the game.
You would automatically win the game. Yeah, you
It's like
totally would.
Zodia. Like, oh my god.
It's Exodia right there in Hearthstone.
Yeah, so the first epic of the Paladin class is called Mysterious Challenger. Battlecry, put one of each secret onto the battlefield. One of each secret from your deck onto the battlefield. So if you're playing Secret Paladin, which has like what, 6 secrets now or 5 secrets, you get all
Oh
of them.
man, yeah, that's a lot of secrets.
It's still
You put
bad.
eye for an eye. You would put get down, humility. Oh man,
I think there's 6
plus
of
the
them.
new one. Yeah, there's a lot. But even so, why?
But like
Does anyone play Secret Paladin?
it's 6
No.
mana though, right? By the time you get to 6 mana, how many secrets are you already going to have in your hand, right? Like that's kind of
Oh, that's true.
it's
Yeah.
kind of rough in my opinion, but if you hit all 6 secrets, that's crazy. Like that's 12
That's
mana.
some pretty ridiculous value right there. Yeah.
You're never gonna hit it though, so I'm sorry, don't run that card.
The problem is that Paladin secrets aren't all as good. You know, they're not Mage secrets. If this was a Mage card, you would run it for sure.
Yeah,
But
of course.
yeah, I mean, as a Paladin, like Get Down is probably the best secret they have right
Or
now, and
Avenge, yeah.
Avenge is really good.
But I mean, they're all 1 mana
But
secret for a
yeah,
reason.
yeah, exactly. They're not all that great. So yeah, this card's kind of meh.
That's interesting though. Imagine if you got it from Unstable Portal for Mage though.
Yep, then it would be broken.
That'd
That's
be so
that's
good.
true. It's a small buff to Unstable Portal.
Yep. So the next card is enter.
Plus, it would be 3 mana.
I know.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
You get all your secrets like for the regular cost of 1 secret.
Wow.
Enter the Colosseum. Destroy all minions except each player's highest attack minion. So I mean, it's like Brawl, but you
Ooh.
just have. I guess it's good against aggro. If you think about it, think of it as like Brawl, but you get to keep your good minion. So and they get to keep
I
their.
can see this being played after you play Tyrion. That
Okay.
would be really strong.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah, that's actually really smart. Okay, I could see it being run maybe like a 1 of though. I wouldn't see you running 2 of them though. It kind of seems like just a
Yeah,
shitty
no.
roll.
I mean, it's a lot of removal, but only up against like aggro. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Paladins are so hardy already. I don't think they really need this card.
Next, the legendary of the Paladin class is Edric the Pure. Battle cry: change all enemies' minions' attack to 1. Stats on it are absolutely terrible. For 7 mana, it's a 3/7. But I mean, I guess if you hit like all 7 minions on the board or like 5 minions on the board, it's really good because it's like it's really only like what's it called though? I guess they don't have any AOE versions of Humility, do they? This would be the
No.
first one. It's interesting.
I mean, I don't. The only reason this is good is if you're playing against something like Ramp Druid or something that is basically reliant on the fact that they have a lot of big minions out, which is pretty much only Ramp Druid in my mind. So I don't know. It's very situational. I don't see this card being good in all instances.
It's definitely not as good as Tyrion or something like that. So I mean,
Right? Yeah, it falls way short compared to Tyrion. I don't know.
I think Paladin that's a slight buff to their class with all these cards though. Like a lot of them synergize with the current Paladin and stuff. So we'll see how the
Yeah, I think
Paladin.
Warhorse Trainer is huge in
Yeah, I think it's crazy.
with the way that Paladins are being run right now. That's a huge buff to Paladins.
Yeah. Okay. So we're on to Priests. So the very first card used to be called Holy Champion. It is currently called Sacred Warrior. They changed the name of it. I remembered that. It is its effect is whenever a character is healed, gain +2 attack. So it's like the bigger version of not Light Spawn, the card that you get from Light of the Nard.
Light Warden.
Light Warden. And I mean, we've seen highlights on YouTube of like Kalento or someone getting crazy Wild Pyromancer plays with Light Wardens to like OTK someone, and this is like a bigger version of it. So I mean, I could actually see this being run. Like it's Light Warden's really good. This is probably better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, if you play this turn 4 and then you run Circle of Healing, already you heal one thing. It's a 5/5 for 4 mana. Huge. Like that's crazy and really hard to get rid of. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
cool.
it seems pretty good.
The next card is Flash Heal. Restore 5 health. Really simple. I mean, it's kind of nice that priests actually have a heal now. So I mean,
Yeah, right.
they kind of needed it to fit their kit at least. Anyways, next spell, Power Word Glory. That was a hard one. Choose a minion whenever it gets attacked. Whenever it attacks, restore 4 health to your hero. So I mean, it's all right.
Yeah, this is interesting, but I don't know in what situation it would be helpful.
Against aggro, maybe you target one of their cards. And
Yeah.
they can't really tag with it unless it has more than 4 damage, right?
Yeah, actually, if you choose an enemy minion, that does help. Yeah,
It's kind of cool.
because then they can't attack with it or whatever. Yeah, that's cool.
The next card, the first rare of the priest class is Spawn of Shadows. Inspire, deal 4 damage to each hero. So every time you use your hero power, you deal 4 damage to each hero.
Wow.
I don't think it's good. I mean, it's an interesting card. I mean, pretty well if you heal yourself, it's deal 4 damage to them and deal 2 damage to you. I mean, it's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of like a buffed up. What is that? Shadow Boxer? No, the one that deals 3 damage when you summon it.
Oh, the
to
1
each
mana
hero.
card, yeah.
It's basically that. Yeah, it's basically that, but this time it's every time you use your hero power. It's crazy.
It just seems weird. I don't know the purpose of it. Anyways,
Yeah, it doesn't seem to fit. Okay, whatever.
Wormwrist Agent. Battlecry, if you're holding a dragon, gain 1 attack and taunt. I think this card is crazy. I think the card's so good.
Dude, a 2/4 with taunt on turn 2? What?
Like, if you don't hit, it's a 1/4, and oh well, it's still, it trades with aggro cards and stuff like that. But if you hit, it is the best 2-drop in the game. It's better than, like, Shielded Minibot and stuff like that. Like,
Okay, but you have to remember we're playing Priest, and it's if you're holding a dragon. So how often is that really going to happen?
Dragon Priest, new thing now.
I don't know. Dragon Priest, really?
Fairy dragons and stuff like, actually, Fairy Dragon's bad in Priest because you can't heal it, and you can't buff it.
There's a bunch of reasons to not play dragons.
Okay, but if you do hit with like the +1 attack and taunt, that is so good for a 2-drop. Like, oh my god.
Oh, absolutely. That's really, really strong. But again, you have to be running dragons, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
it's pretty interesting.
The next card is Convert. Put a copy of an enemy minion into your hand. So you just choose enemy minion on the board, and then it puts it into your hand for 2 mana, like a copy of it. So I mean, turn 10 you do that to your rag or something, then you can also play it at the same time. So
that's
cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
I think it's a cool card. It's like Faceless but cheaper, but you have to play it. So I mean, it's better because you can play it earlier in the game. You can use it on. You don't have to use it on a huge drop to make it feel worth. You know what I mean? You can use it on like a 4-drop or a 5-drop, and it's still not bad.
Yeah.
So anyways, the first epic is Confuse. Swap the attack and health of all the minions on the board. So it's like when you're playing against that one boss in the dungeons in Nax. The one who runs, what's his name? The one who runs Stalag and Fugan. Whatever, it's the one.
Oh yeah.
He when those cards die, they summon him. Thaddeus. There we go.
Yeah, Thaddeus.
I don't like this card at all. It's not good. It's weird. It's just weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure how useful this would be. I don't know. Does it synergize with Light Bomb? I guess maybe.
It synergizes when you're running OTK Deathlord decks. You double the health of Deathlord twice, switch it with Confused, and you won't get killed.
Actually, that does make sense. Yeah.
It's not a lot of mana either to do that. Deathlord's what? 2 or 3? Deathlord's 3.
2.
2 or whatever. Either way, it's like it's not. It's under 10 mana to do the combo though, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this is kind of an okay replacement to Inner Fire. If you don't have Inner Fire in your hand and you have Confused, that'll work.
Okay, so my audio kind of got lost for this part, but when we were talking about Shadow Fiend, it's an alright 3-drop, kind of low stats. Normal 3-drops have extra health, but its effect is really, really good. If they don't clear it the first turn, then having those reductions are actually pretty decent. Like, I wouldn't really pick it. I think there's better 3-drops, but it's pretty good, actually. Just an alright card. Yeah, so the next card is... The legendary of the priest class is Confessor Palitris? Paletris? There we go.
Paletris? I don't know who that is.
Paletris, sure.
We'll have to ask Chris because he probably knows.
The lore guy.
Yeah, lore guy.
Inspire, summon a random legendary minion. So, I mean, you have to kind of play it as a 9-drop or else it might just die and you might not get its its effect off. But as a 9-drop, if you get any decent legendary, it's crazy. It's a really, really good card. But if you get a shitty legendary, it's bad. And if you don't get to use your hero power, it's bad. So it's kind of...
I mean, it kind of comes off of Sneed's. It's very similar to that, except this one procs when you use your hero power. So, I mean, using your hero power, you do that all the time as priests. So, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad at all. So now we're on to Rogue. Actually, what do you think about Priest before we move on? I think Priest is better with all these cards. Like, there's a lot of spells, which I think they needed. Like, they already have a really high spell-focused deck, but I mean, just a lot of good spells that help them out.
I think Flash Heal is huge, and then Shadow Fiend is a pretty solid card. So I don't think that there's really any big changes to Priest, as opposed to like some of the other decks. We're seeing a lot of cards that are offering different things. I think that Priest is relatively the same. You know, you're still going to play it kind of control, kind of, you know, you want to get those minions up to a certain health and then swap it or do whatever. But I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not as innovative as some of the other cards, but it's definitely helpful. I think these cards are still good.
Yeah, it's cool. Now we're on to Rogue. So the first Rogue common is Shadow Pan Calvary. Combo plus 3 attack. So I mean, if you don't get the combo, it's a terrible card. If you do, then it's a 1 mana cheaper than a Boulder Fisted Ogre.
Yep. Really not all that great, but 1 mana cheaper Boulder Fisted Ogre, that's not terrible, I guess.
I think it's lame. I don't like it. I'm just, whatever, it's just a blind card.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yep. Undercity Valiant is the next card. Combo deal 1 damage. I mean, coin drop this and it's like a better version of whatever. It's just a null right 2-drop. It's alright. It pings something, so pings are always good.
Yeah, and I think that honestly this is not as good as the wow.
SI Agent?
Holy crap. No, coin out the
the one that summons another 2/1, right?
Yeah, the one that summons the 2/1. Yeah, that
Yeah.
one's way better than this. So I don't know, just solid. Whatever.
Just kind of lame cards. Anyways, Buccaneer. Whenever you equip a weapon, give it +1 attack. So I mean, Pirate Rogue, yay! Just kind of a regular pirate card.
Rogue. We're still trying to make that thing work.
Maybe after this expansion, we'll see. Anyways, the first rare card in the Rogue set is Burgle. Finally, Rogue Steel. Sorry, I read that ad is for after. Add 2 random class cards to your hand from your opponent's class. So you steal 2 class-specific cards from your opponent, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean it's fine.
Play against a Druid, you steal combo, then you win the game. So.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean.
It's not going to happen.
That's another trolled in video, right?
Yep.
The one time that happens, that rogue freaks out.
Yeah, really, the one time that happens in this entire game. Next card is Cut Purse. Whenever this minion attacks the enemy hero, put a coin into your hand. So, cool, you're stealing coins. I mean, this card is bad, but it's cool. I'm glad that you can get coins. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's like Gallywix, but you don't really have to do anything. You just have to attack with this minion.
Yeah.
So, alright.
Yep. Next card is Shady Dealer. Battlecry, if you have a pirate, gain +1/1. Oh, pirate, more pirate synergy.
More pirate synergy.
It's actually a really, really good card if you have a pirate, like, set a
5/4 for 3?
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. But again, you have to have a pirate on the field.
Yeah, I want to try Pirate Rogue. I'd like to try it. Anyways, next, the first epic is Poison Blade. Your hero power gives this weapon +1 attack instead of replacing it. So
I think this is the coolest hero power mechanic they've introduced so far.
Yeah,
the fact that you can hero power with Rogue and not get I'm going to replace this weapon, but instead just give it +1 attack. That's so cool. That's really cool.
I'm glad that it's a 3 durability weapon, so like you can actually do this throughout the game and then oil combo later, rather than not
Yeah.
making yourself not want to trade with your oil. So that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite rogue card is Beneath the Grounds. Shuffle 3 ambushes into your opponent's deck. When drawn, you summon a 4/4 Nerubian.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think it is so good. Like, it's good against aggro, it's good against patron, it's good against any deck that like wants to draw their deck for like combo and stuff like that, because you automatically keep pace with them. The problem when you're playing against patron is they're down to like 2 cards in their deck when you're at like 15 or 12 or something like that, and therefore they have combo and they win the game. But this, while they're drawing their entire deck, they're also giving you 4/4s on the field, which is so good. I think it's crazy.
Right, which they then have to deal with. And 4/4 Nerubians are great. I mean, against Priest, they can't Death or Pain it. They get swiped from Druids, but then you're taking up a swipe. Like, 4/4 minions are the best because they're just in that situation where there's a lot of different ways they can be dealt with, but it's costly to deal with them,
They also don't get fucked by patron, so I mean,
Right, and you can't Frostbolt them as a mage, or you have to Fireball, which is 6. Like, it's in a good spot. So,
I think it's a really, really good card, especially for 3 mana.
yeah.
Anyways, the legendary that we actually talked about on the Hearth as the card of the week is Anubarak. 9 mana, 8/4, Death Rattle, return this minion to your hand and summon a 4/4 Nerubian. I think it's really good. You have to have a control type rogue deck. We talked about it in depth on the Hearth. Like, it's not good in the current rogue, which is oil. But I mean, if you make a control rogue deck with like Beneath the Grounds and stuff like that, I think this card could be really, really good. You play it every single turn, and they have to deal with it every single turn.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we talked about it on the Hearth, so go check that out. But I just don't know how good this card is going to be. Obviously, in the current meta, it doesn't work, but with all these new cards, maybe. But I think almost like Pirate Rogue is probably easier to pull off than anything with a Nubarak.
Yeah, you might be true about that. Might be true about that, yeah. So we're on to Shaman finally. First Shaman card is Tuskar Totemic. Battlecry, summon any random totem. I think this card's really, really cool. I mean, it's weak for a 3-drop because it's a 3/2, but I mean, if you get like Flame Tongue, Mana Tide, or the new Totem Golem, that is such a good card. If you get a regular totem, it's kind of shitty though, but I mean, I think it's a good card.
We talked about this on one of the older episodes of the Hearth, and I think that it really depends on the totem that you get, because a lot of times you can summon a random totem with Tuskar Totemic, and it'll kind of fuck you over. Like, it doesn't really help, and then you have a 3/2 for 3 mana, so it's kind of like, it really depends on the RNG.
I agree. Next we have Totem Golem, which we just mentioned. It's the 2 mana for 3/4, and it's Overload 1, so it's pretty well 3 mana card, but you get to play it turn 2. So I think it's really, really good, and it's something that Shaman really needed.
Yeah, and it's a vanilla minion or whatever, but it's a totem, so it procs all those things like Totemic Might and like Tuskar Totemic that we just talked about. So I think this is a pretty good card to at least be running in your deck.
Yeah. Then we have Ancestral Knowledge, which is draw two cards, overload 2. So it's pretty well like a overpriced Mage.
Arcane Intellect.
Thank you. But I mean, Shaman had no card draw before other than like neutral minions, like neutral minions. So I mean,
yeah,
I think it was needed. I'd run 2 of these in most Shaman decks. Like, you need card draw.
Yeah, it's pretty necessary, and if you're running Flame Shock, then you can forget about that overload because you can deal 2 damage next turn and get those mana crystals back. So
yeah, it's cool. Next card is the first rare is Thunder Bluff Valiant, which is Inspire, give your totems +2 attack. So I mean, once again, like, there's a lot of totem synergy in this set. I don't think it's good. I don't think totems will become good, but I'd like to try it. I'd like to try a totem Shaman deck. It'd be a lot of fun.
yeah, this card is interesting because it seems like you'd want to run it in a totem deck, but the fact that it costs 5 mana is just really difficult. Think about it, like, turn 7 is when you'd have to play this in order for your totems to get the +2 attack, and yeah, I mean, if you're turn 5 and you have a choice of playing this and you're playing totems, like, you probably have enough totems on the board already. Just bloodlust and win the game, you know? So maybe this is not all that great. Maybe it will be. I don't know.
Okay, the next one is Draenei Totem Carver. Gain battle cry is gain +1/+1 for each friendly totem. I mean, once again, totem synergy. You have to pretty well if you have a bunch of totems on the field, this card's good. But if you have a bunch of totems on the field and stuff, you're probably already winning the game through tempo. So I mean, great, it
Right.
extends your lead, but other than that, like it's bad if you don't have it. So it's probably not worth running.
Yeah, and it's a 4/4 for 4, so it's kind of average.
Yeah. Next card is Healing Wave. Restore 7 health. Reveal a minion in each deck. If yours costs more, restore 14. It's a crazy good heal for Shaman.
Yeah, 14 health for 3 mana is just ridiculous. Um, the whole jousting thing needs to happen, but man, like, can you imagine turn 5, 6, 7 up against aggro and you restore 14 health? Like that's it. They're done. They can't do anything.
Yeah,
So this card could be pivotal.
you definitely run it. Like you definitely run one or two of them at least. Because if you're playing against aggro, chances are your minion is going to cost more. So therefore, you restore 14, which is crazy.
Exactly, which is just awesome.
Yep.
It's so cool.
The first epic is a weapon for Shaman. It's Charged Hammer. Death Rattle, your hero power becomes deal 2 damage. I think this is terrible. I mean, they're trying to promote totems, and then they give you a weapon that destroys your hero power to summon totems.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. But I could see this being really, really helpful in certain things like Bridal Shaman. Not because it has a death rattle, but like if you're running Death Rattle Shaman and you're trying to play like tempo and um, you get to the point where your totems don't really matter anymore. Like you're playing things rather than hero powering anyway. Then dealing 2 damage with your hero power is actually not bad. So I don't know. I could see it. The thing is, it's a 2/4 weapon, so you have
Yeah.
to attack with it 4 times, and it only does 2 damage. So I
I
don't see it being that good.
I kind of wish it was like your hero power becomes deal 2 damage while this thing is equipped. Like, I mean, I like having the
Yeah,
totems late game because having a taunt totem, if you can get a taunt totem out every single turn late game, then holy shit, that is so good.
yeah, it is definitely.
Yep. So, anyways, next card is Elemental Destruction. It is a 3 mana spell that does 4 to 5 damage to all minions on the board, and it's Overload 5.
I think this card is trash in every respect. I don't know why this card even exists, honestly.
I mean, the only time you can use it is if you have Lava Shock in your hand, or else you literally can't play anything the next turn.
Yeah, you just can't do anything at all. I don't know why this card exists. Like, I guess you're dealing 4 to 5 damage to all minions. So if you're playing against somebody who's really got major board control, then this could swing the tides, I suppose. But it's just not the same thing as Flame Strike. It's just not. Like,
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Not now. Something that's not weird is the Shaman Legendary, which is a 6 mana
This
four
card.
four, but its battle cry is give all minions in your hand and deck +1/+1. The first time I read it, I didn't read deck, and I'm like, oh, it's not that good of a card. But literally every minion in your deck now is +1/+1 after you play it.
Yeah. I could definitely see this working out if you somehow had a way to do that multiple times. It'd be even more broken.
Panda
Like,
Shaman.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. Can you pop it back to your hand? That
If
would be kind of
pandas, yeah.
cool. It's I mean, oh, wow. Yeah, because if you had this and you play it turn 6 and somehow they don't kill it for some reason, and you pop it back and play it again next turn, that's ridiculous.
You win the
That's
game if you do
crazy.
it twice, but I mean, once, like, already,
Yeah.
like, if you even look at Mech Shaman, like, now if you didn't get your Whirling Zapmatic, like, turn 2, you get it, like, turn 8, it's now a, what, 4/4/3
A 4/3,
for
yeah,
2
with
mana.
Wind Fury.
Like,
Whew.
it's way better. All your cards are just now better than theirs, which is cool. I think it's a good card.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be a good card in certain situations, but I don't know how effective it will be because what we've seen now is Mech Shaman. So if you use it in Mech Shaman, then maybe yeah. But I don't know what they were really going for with the rest of the cards then, because they were kind of like planning on doing the whole totem thing, and this doesn't really affect your hero power or any minions you have on the board. So it's kind of against what they've already shown they wanted to move Shaman to. So I don't know.
It's kind of weird. I think Shaman is in a weird spot right now. I mean, I'm glad they got some really powerful minions like Totem Golem, which I'm sure is going to be played even if you're not running a Totem deck. But I mean, they got good cards like Healing Wave and Ancestral Knowledge, so hopefully that's enough of a buff to make them a viable class, but there's still way too much RNG in that class, and they're still adding more with stuff like Elemental Destruction with the Overload and all that crazy stuff, so I don't really like the class still.
Yeah, I don't know. It's whatever.
Yep, next we're on to Warlock. The first card is Demon Fuse, which is give a demon plus 3/3, give your opponent a mana crystal, though, which, I mean, you never want to give them a mana crystal. I don't think that's a good card.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. In Face Hunter and stuff, we see the what is it, Arcane, whatever elemental, the guy who charges the 4/2 charge. That card is run because in that aggro setting, you don't really need or care how much mana your opponent has. So in this instance, if you were playing like Zoo, I don't know, maybe. If you're playing Zoo and you give a demon +3/+3, like turn 1 you play Void Caller, turn 2 you play Demon Fuse. Now it's a 4/6 with taunt. That's way different. Like
Yeah.
that's a turn 2 4/6, and you can attack with it. So
I was thinking more like you have a I guess, is it Void Caller the 3/4 that summons a demon? I think it is. I think you were thinking of a different card. Anyways, the card that summons another demon, you trade it in, you get what's it called? Doomlord, not Doomlord. God damn it! You get the charge minion off of it.
oh yeah, Doomguard, yeah.
Doomguard, thank you. And then you play 2 of those on it.
Yeah, I was thinking of the 1/3 taunt.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking.
I don't remember what that one's called now.
Yeah. So, anyways, but like you could have an 11/13 Doomguard if you like summon it from Void Caller, which would be crazy.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I just think it's cool.
And it's definitely good late game because then mana doesn't really matter, right? So if you're playing Demon Lock and then you buff one of your demons +3/+3, that's huge.
Yeah. Next card is Wrathguard, which is whenever this minion takes damage, also deal that damage to your hero. So, I mean, if you're playing like Molten Giants and stuff like that, you don't really care about taking damage, so it's not terrible, and it's a really good early card. That's the only time I get to see it being played, though.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's a 4/3 for 2, if you're running something like, if you're playing Zoolock or, Demon Lock, this kind of would work because turn 2, if you have the Taunter out or something, maybe this minion won't really take damage. So, and the most it takes is 3, right? So you take 3 damage, you also take 3 damage, and you lose this minion, and it's probably still worth it.
Yeah, for sure. Next card is Fearsome Doomguard, which is like Doomguard's older brother, apparently. It's a 6/8 vanilla card. Don't really see any purpose for the card, but it's another demon that you can get from Bane of Doom. Other than that, like I don't see any interactions for it.
Yeah, Bane of Doom I didn't even think about that. That's great. Other than that, there's really no purpose to this card.
Yeah. So the first rare spell is Fist of Draxus. We don't know why Draxus is blue in the picture, but whatever. Whenever you play or discard this, deal 4 damage to a random enemy. So it's random, which is not good, but I mean, if you're running these and you're playing stuff like Doom Guards or Succubus and stuff like that, I mean, and Soulfires, stuff like that, I guess if you discard it, it's good. If you have to play it, it's terrible, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Fist of Draxus is kind of whatever.
It's bad unless you discard it. I mean, you don't want to play around. You don't want to make a deck
If
around
you
discarded
discard it,
cards.
then
That
yes.
seems really weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, next card is Tiny Knight of Evil. I love the card. It looks really cute. Anyways, when you discard a card, gain +1/1. I don't like why are they adding a mechanic where it's good to discard cards? I don't like it. It's bad.
I don't know. In what instance are you discarding cards, I guess? Are you going to play a Warlock where the point is to discard cards? I don't see that happening. I don't understand why that would be beneficial,
Okay. Next card is Void Crusher. So maybe I'm still trying to think of the Void card that we were talking about earlier. I'll pull it up on when I'm making the video. But anyways, Inspire, destroy a random.
Isn't it Void Caller?
Then what's the card that summons minions from your hand?
Oh no, that is Void Caller.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Anyways, its Inspire is destroy a random minion from each player, which is terrible. Why would you want to like? It's just not good. I don't understand like some of these cards. I wouldn't play it. Like, I mean, I guess it's. I just wouldn't use my hero power if I had this on the field, but if I got it from like Bane of Doom or something, and it costs a lot of mana.
Yeah. Why is this card good? I don't understand.
It's not.
Okay, it's not. You're right, Bon.
Speaking of not good cards, we have Dreadsteed, which is the first epic of the Warlock class, and it is a 4-mana 1/1, and its death rattle is summon a Dreadsteed. So I mean,
Dude, this card sucks.
it doesn't die, which is cool, but I mean, I don't care if it doesn't die.
It's a 1/1. Like, okay, maybe you buff it, then it's killed, and then it's a 1/1 again. Like, there's no reason. I guess if you have Mal'Ganis, then Dreadsteed's alright. But it's still a 3/3 for 4, and you have to have Mal'Ganis on the field.
It's just so weird. It's weird.
It's still not a very good card.
I don't know.
By the way, it's called Void Walker.
Oh, that's what you're thinking of. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very similar to Void Color.
I knew it wasn't color because it called like minions on your field.
Right.
Anyways, next epic is Dark Bargain. Destroy 2 random enemy minions to discard 2 random cards. So like, there's your discard effect. Like, maybe you can start running Dark Bargain and like Soulfires and Succubus and like Doomguard and stuff like that. But I wouldn't ever run.
Yeah,
that.
I don't know. I think they made a mistake here and decided to run change Warlock such that there's like this discard mechanic, and I don't see it being good. I don't see anybody playing that because it's just too random. Like, if you discard Mal'Ganis, you're screwed, right? Like, if you're playing Demon Warlock and the whole point is to discard cards, what happens to the cards you discard? Like, what if you needed those cards, and then you're screwed? So
it seems really, really odd. Anyways, we should talk about the legendary for the Warlock class, which I think is a lot of fun. So you have Wilfred Fizzlebang, the guy who summons Draxus in World of Warcraft. So cards that you draw from your hero power cost 0 mana. And it's a 6-mana 4/4, so you kind of have to play it as an 8-drop, I think, because you want to at least get 1 hero power off. But I mean, man, if you hero power and you get Mal'Ganis, that's pretty good.
Yep.
I think it's a fun card. I don't think it's a good card, but I think it's a fun card, and I'll definitely try it out. It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of different ways that it could be good, but again, RNG means it probably or might not be good, so.
Yeah, I'll try it. I think Warlock as a class didn't get any stronger. I think all the cards are kind of weird. I mean, so if it didn't get stronger, all the other classes did, so this one kind of got weaker, which, I mean, it's kind of sad.
I would say, yeah, Warlock maybe got the short end of the stick this round.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But we should talk about Warrior, who definitely did not get the short end of the stick.
No, I'm super excited. Like I said, I'm most excited to play some Warrior in this expansion.
Yep. So the first card is Bash. Deal 3 damage, gain 3 armor. It's like any removal, like Frostbolts, Dark Bomb, stuff like that, but you get 3 armor. So I mean, a little bit more expensive, but they can definitely afford it. It's really good. I think it's really
This
good.
card's awesome. I think that armor gain Warrior again might be good. So
Yeah, for sure. Next card is Bolster. Give your taunt minions +2/2.
God damn.
The theme of the Warrior thing, I think, is give this minion taunt, give this minion taunt, give this minion taunt. And I like that. It's complete counter to aggro, and that's cool by me.
Yeah, this is a good card.
Yeah, I love it. I'm gonna play it for sure. I'm gonna play some Taunt Warrior. The next card is Ogremar Aspirant again. Aspirant.
Yeah, I think it's really cool because they had I know they had Dalaran Aspirant and they had
One other Aspirant.
Darnassus Aspirant. So now they have Orgrimmar. I think that's really cool because they have Orgrimmar and Darnassus, which are Horde and Alliance, and then Dalaran, which is the neutral city. So it's pretty cool to see that coming out. Like, hey, we got a new little theme trend going on.
That's cute. So its Inspire is give your weapon +1 attack. I don't think that's very good for Warrior. I mean, your weapons are already really strong weapons. I mean,
yeah, I don't see really reason to buff a weapon for warriors, but hey, you can do 5 damage instead of 4 with Death's Bite. That's cool, I guess.
I think if this minion was 4 mana and then had the same thing, like same effects, that same cost and everything, but it was increase the durability by 1, this thing would be playable. Because imagine playing.
Yes, definitely.
Like,
Actually, that would be really broken.
But
That'd
it would be so
broken.
over, like it's so expensive, and like and when they played it, you know exactly what they're doing, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
So I think it would kind of even out, but I don't think it's playable right now. I don't think it's good. So.
Okay, what about this with Gorehowl?
But I mean, it's just one other. Holy shit!
Yeah, because you can attack another minion.
The reason I thought about one durability was for Gorehowl. Then I realized, shit, Gorehowl goes down. Holy shit, that's actually not dumb.
Yeah, so you can actually hit an extra minion with this if you're playing Gorehowl. But the thing is, like, nobody ever gets Gorehowl down to 1 attack because you don't really need it at that point, right? So it's okay if you're playing like Gorehowl and this. Wait, is Gorehowl only 7 mana?
7, I think.
Yeah, so you could play this and Gorehowl turn 10 and take out an 8 health minion, which is actually pretty cool.
I mean, you have hero power though with it, so it's kind of.
Oh, you have to hero power. That's right.
So you probably have Gorehowl on the
wait,
field or something.
yeah. Because if you attack with Gorehowl and hero power every turn, you can do 7 damage.
That's pretty
but
cool.
But not to their face.
Yeah, I mean once, but. Anyways, the first rare card in the warrior set is King's Defender. Battlecry, if you have a minion with taunt, gain 1 durability. Unless you're playing the full like taunt warrior, which they're kind of trying to promote, I don't think it's good. But if you hit like maybe 2 or 3 taunts with it, it's really good.
It actually only works once, right?
Does it?
Yeah,
oh, shit,
it
you're
says
right.
if you have a minion with taunt.
Okay, so it's not good at all. I think it's terrible.
It'll be a 3/3 weapon for 3. It's basically a worse
War
what
Axe.
is the War Axe? Yeah, Fiery War Axe.
War Axe is already such a good card. You need to play War Axe turn 2 because it deals with 2 and 3 drops. So, I mean, like this is kind of slow to play it, but it's kind of lame. Anyways.
Yeah.
Next card is Alexstrasza's Champion. Battlecry, if you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and charge. I could see this being played. Because, I mean, you're running, like, you're running Ysera sometimes. You're running Alexstrasza most of the time in Control Warrior. So, I mean, chances are, like...
Yeah, but you're running it in Control Warrior, and this is not really a Control Warrior type card. Turn 2, you want to be playing Fiery War Axe, so why would you be playing this instead? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but I just think like that would be the only time that you play it. I don't think it's bad. Like it's a good 2-drop. It's just kind of the exact opposite effect that you want to be doing.
Yeah, it's a fine 2-drop though.
Yeah. Next card is Sparring Partner. Taunt. Battlecry. Give another minion taunt. I'm telling you, just everything is taunt based in this. It's a pretty good card though.
This card I think is really good because if you have Warbot out, which is the 1/3 and then Enrage is +1 attack, if you give that taunt and then you have a 3/2 taunt and a 1/3 taunt turn 2, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's actually a sick curve. Like it completely shuts down aggro early, which is cool.
Yeah, so that's a good card.
Yeah, next, the first epic is Sea Plunderer. When you draw this card, deal 1 damage to your whole, to all your minions. So it's like, they're trying to make Patron and Frothing and stuff a thing still with more AoE 1 damage, but this time you don't get to choose when you do it, you just draw it.
Yeah, that's really interesting because this, I don't know if I like this card.
I don't think it's bad.
I don't think it has a place. I don't think it really has a place. Even in Patron, like, you can't control when you're going to draw it, so it's probably not very good.
But if you think about like normal warrior, you always have cards out that when they take damage, you get an effect from it, whether it be the 1/4 or like having your acolytes or having your patron.
Yeah,
I don't think it's bad.
That's true.
It's good mana cost. It's the same as Boulder Fist Ogre, so I mean it's not terrible. So, anyways, next card is. God damn it.
Yep.
Magnetar Alpha. Magnetar Alpha. We got it.
You couldn't say it?
No, I actually couldn't.
Dude,
no.
It's got Magna in.
Yeah, I had to break it down into words. My 4th grade English teacher taught me that.
Agnetar Alpha, yeah.
Yeah. Also damages the minions next to whoever he attacks. So it's like a smaller version of. God damn it! What's the big?
That legendary.
The legendary that people get from what's it
Yeah.
called from Sneeds, and they're like, hey, this is cool.
Yeah, that big
The
legendary
6/9,
that
yeah.
deals ridiculous amounts of damage. The difference is this is a 5/3.
And it dies to
So
everything.
chances are whatever you're attacking is going to kill it.
Yeah, it dies
So
to
it's
two
kind of
drops.
like, I don't know. Why not just use explosive shot?
Yeah, and you have to be the attacker, so you play it turn 4, and chances are they already have a 2-drop that can kill it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So,
You have to
I
be
don't
the
think it's that
aggressor,
like
which is kind of bad. But I mean, if you are the aggressor, then it clears 3 minions probably, which is cool.
Yeah.
Bad though.
But
The
this
best card. Oh my god. The legendary of the warrior set. Valoran Wit.
The legendary
Ugh.
minion of this set, the one that takes the cake in my opinion, Varian Rin.
Yeah. So it's 10 mana, 7/7. Which is, it's 3 mana more expensive than it should be, but Battle Cry, draw 3 cards. So there's already your extra 3 mana that you lost, right? Drawing 3 cards.
Well, that's more than that because 3 mana draw 2 cards is the typical mechanic.
You are
And
right.
this is draw 3 cards, so you already get value for that.
And then you put any minions that you drew directly into the battlefield. That
Yep.
is that is so good.
Imagine if you're playing Varian Rin and Gromosh, and then you get Gromosh when you draw it. And it immediately goes on the battlefield.
There's a little gif that someone did on Reddit I saw earlier, which is like the dream. It summons Ysera, Sylvanas, and Ragnaros. It's like, that's the dream.
But seriously, if you play Varian, turn 10, and then you draw Gromosh, and you have or you also draw, is it Inner Rage? Is that it?
Yep.
Inner Rage costs 0, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you could play that on Gromosh.
Yeah, that's
and then
crazy.
do your 12 damage right then and there. And you also have a 7/7, and you also drew another card. So it's like this is amazing. This card is awesome.
Or when you draw, or like maybe you'll get Seed Plunder from it, and then it triggers Gromash.
Yeah, exactly.
That would work too.
There's so many. Oh yeah, because you would draw it, and then Sea Plunderer would immediately go onto the battlefield. That's so
pretty
crazy.
cool. I don't know. I think it's cool. I could see even Charge Warrior being his thing. Like, of course, actually no, it wouldn't because it's 10 mana. Never mind, I'm dumb.
Well, I mean, if you had charge minions, they would fall onto the battlefield.
I
and
meant
you could
like
charge with them.
The charge of the 3 mana spell that gives a minion charge, but never mind.
Oh,
but still,
yeah,
I think that card is crazy. I think the
that.
art on it is fantastic. The art looks amazing on it.
Yeah, the priest, hero is Varian Rin, or I'm sorry, Anduin Rin, and this is Varian Rin, his father, and he's also the king of Stormwind. Yeah, I'm most excited to play Warrior. It's gonna be great.
Okay, now we're finally onto the neutrals. I mean, we finally got through all that crap.
So yeah, I'll read all these neutral ones. So we're gonna start with the common cards. The first one is Maiden of the Lake. Your hero power costs 1. I think this is pretty cool. This is right along the lines of what we saw for some of the reveals, the early reveals, because they were trying to show us that hero power manipulation is going to be a thing. So I like it. What do you
I'd
think?
rather have a Shredder, though, right? Like, I would almost always rather have Shredder over.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that it costs 4 is kind of a downside, but for sure.
Yeah, it just seems weak.
Yeah, the next one we have is Silverhand Regent. Inspire is summon a 1/1 Silverhand Recruit.
That Paladin synergy.
Yeah, so obviously if you're playing Paladin, you get to summon 2 1/1 Silverhand Recruits. But I think it's also kind of interesting to point out that if you play this in something that's not Paladin, then you get your normal hero power plus you summon a 1/1 Silverhand Recruit. So like if you're playing Mage against Paladin and you have this on the field, then the Paladin summons a recruit, you hero power it, and now you have a recruit.
Or
so it's like,
what about Zoo? Literally, you're drawing to like find more cards to play for Zoo, and then you're summoning a 1/1 every single time you draw.
Actually, this would be really, really good in Zoo. Super good.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. The next comment we have is Lowly Squire. Inspire, gain +1 attack. it's a fine one drop in my opinion. It's got 2 health. For a one drop, that's pretty good. And then depending on what you're playing, you might hero power turn 2 anyway, so that
Yeah,
could be a
can I
2/2.
I don't think it will be played because I mean it's an aggro card that can't be played in aggro. I like it because they're like, hey, we don't want another Undertaker that wins the game when you start hero powering and like playing other cards and shit like that. But I mean, you can't play this in Face Hunter, you can't play this in Zoo because if you're playing this turn 1, you want to play a 2-drop turn 2 in Face Hunter or Zoo, or you want to play 2 1-drops. You can't hero power on those turns, right? So I mean, it's only good in
That's
like
true.
other
That's true.
classes, which is kind of sad, but I think it's a cool card.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's still a 1/2 on turn 1.
Yeah,
So if you're playing something that's not an aggro deck, then it's still an alright turn 1 card.
I think it's good in Paladin or like Shaman.
Yeah, yeah, and Shaman, because Shaman a lot of times you're definitely gonna hero power turn 2.
Yeah.
Depending, I mean, Mech Shaman not so much, but with the new Shaman cards maybe. So next common card we have is North Sea Kraken. This is a 9 mana 9/7 battle cry, deal 4 damage.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would
we
draw it. I'd put it in arena. That's about it, though.
Yeah, we talked about this card already, and we said if you're going to play a 9 mana or 9 mana cost card, it needs to win you the game, and this doesn't win you the game. So, yeah, it's kind of whatever. Good in arena, but kind of sucks otherwise.
Yeah,
Um, Next one is Tournament Medic. Inspire, restore 2 health to your hero. So, obviously, Priest is pretty cool. Your hero power becomes 4, but we have to put this against Shredder again. And I don't know if it's better than Shredder.
it gets fucking smashed by Patron. That's just you get to proc 3 patrons off of it.
You do get to proc 3 patrons off of it. That's true. That's true. So yeah, I don't know. I don't even think I would take it in arena. There are better cards. Um, Flame Juggler. This is Battlecry. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy.
It's all right.
Yeah,
It's a regular cost 2-drop. I mean,
yeah. I guess it's. I mean, it's fine. Deal 1 damage on turn 2 is okay. The fact that it's a random enemy is kind of meh, but yeah, it's whatever. Um, Next, we have Clockwork Knight. It's a mech, which is pretty cool. Battlecry, give a friendly mech +1/+1.
it's meh. It's the only mech of the set
Yeah,
of the entire set, though. If you realize that.
yeah. They actually gave us a mech, even though that was mostly goblins versus gnomes. They are trying to point out that they're continuing with mechs, even though this card is shit in my opinion. So
It is bad, yeah.
I don't know. Turn 5 in mech decks. Don't you have better options than this? You probably do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, so next card we have is Silent Knight, Stealth Divine Shield, and it's 3 cost 2/2. I don't think this is very good either.
It's just like it's just a bad card. I think. I don't think it's good.
Yeah. Um, then we have Argent Horse Rider, Divine Shield Charge. It's a 2/1.
Nah.
Man, I don't think this card's even that good. It costs 3. If it didn't cost 3, then maybe. Um, I mean, I could see this card for 2.
But
That'd
that'd
be
be
great.
OP.
Yeah, but being that it's a 2/1 with Divine Shield, it relatively has 2 health, which means you're playing a 2/2 for 3. Not all that good. Mookless Champion. Give your other minions +1/+1. That's its Inspire. And it's a beast. So, hey, maybe if you're playing Beast Hunter or Beast Druid, which we've kind of seen might be a new thing. But even so, it costs 5.
I think if you get it from like Ram Wrangler in the Hunter set, like when you have another beast on the field and you get a random beast, if you get it from there, then it's so good because you already have 2 beasts on the
Oh,
field
for
now.
sure.
But I mean, other than that, it's kind of bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not all that great. Gadgets and Jouster. Battlecry. Reveal a minion in each deck. If yours costs more, gain +1/+1. I think this card is great.
Yeah, if you're playing, I mean, if it doesn't hit, then it
Um,
doesn't hit. If it does hit, then it's really really good.
yeah, I mean, if you're playing like aggro, then chances are you're not really gonna have your card cost more. There's a chance, but it's a lower chance. So, I mean, maybe if you get the +1/+1, it's really good. Obviously, it's just 2/3 on turn one.
Chow without the
Um,
downside.
yeah, it's zombie chow. But yeah, obviously it's a 1/2 if it's not, and even so, that's kind of okay. Um, the next one is Lance Bearer. Battlecry, give a friendly minion +2 attack. Um, I don't know if we're gonna see this a whole lot, but this is kind of like what's the 2/1? Argent
Argent Commander.
Argent Commander, yeah. It's kind of like that. I mean,
It just seems worse.
it does seem worse. Why does it seem worse though?
Why shouldn't it?
It's not.
Shouldn't this be like a 1-mana card?
If it was a 1-mana card, it'd be broken.
What if it was a
Because
1/1?
you're giving a.
Then
I
it'd have
don't
the
know.
exact same effect as the other one, but worse, right? Because like,
I suppose. I mean, the thing is, like, it's giving it +2 attack permanently and not just for the
oh,
turn.
is it? Oh shit!
Yeah. So that's a good thing.
I didn't notice that.
It's a 1/2, and I don't know. It doesn't seem all that good.
I don't think it's good.
Because normally, like, if you're playing the Argent Commander or whatever, and you want to use it for trading, something like that. So in this instance, like, that extra 2 damage would just be 2 more face damage, or I don't know. Like, I guess if you're playing it with a really, really high health minion, then it would be okay. But other than that, it doesn't see a lot of play. The next card is Captured Jormungar. Jormungar?
It looks
Something
lame.
like that. It's a 7-cost 5/9 beast. And it's,
I mean, it looks cool,
yeah.
but it's bad.
It's bad. Next card is Kvaldir's Raider. Or Kvaldir? I don't
Sure.
know. Inspire is gain +2/+2.
Bad card.
It's a 5-cost 4/4.
Or it's a 7 cost 6/6.
Or it's a 7-cost 6/6. So yeah, pretty much bad. 5-mana 5/6 Pit Fighter. It's just a plain 5-mana 5/6, which again
No
is
problem with
probably
that.
a bad card.
I mean, it's all right. I mean, it's like Yeti level of value. It trades the shit well. So oh well.
Yeah, I mean it's not terrible, but it's not all that great. Next card is Evil Heckler. It's a 5/4 taunt for 4 mana. Most of these cards are just kind of vanilla.
Well, I mean, the thing about that about Evil Heckler, we should probably mention before we get to another card later in the set, is that Evil Heckler is just literally a power creep in vanilla cards. Because if you look at Booty Bay Bodyguard, which is a 5-mana 5/4 with taunt, it's literally just a better version of that because that card's not being played. So I mean, why they don't buff Bay Booty Bodyguard, I don't know, but oh well. This card's better than it.
Yeah, wait. Booty Bay Bodyguard is just a 5/4 taunt.
Yeah, for 5 mana.
Right? Oh, this is the exact same card, but with 1 less mana?
Yeah.
So why? Okay, whatever.
Because, yeah,
I don't
the card shit.
understand. So then we have Frigid Snowballed, which I think is funny because it's a kobold. Spell damage +1. It's a 2/6 for 4. I see no reason to play this card.
No.
Yeah, pretty much bad card. Next comment we have is Refreshment Vendor. Battlecry, restore 4 health to each hero. I don't think this is a good card either.
I think it's fine.
Maybe being played, but you're not going to be able to choose who you're going up against, so it's pretty situational.
It's not better than Shredder, so let's put it that way. Like,
it's not better than Shredder, so we're going to nix it. Dragonhawk Rider. Inspire, gain Wind Fury this turn. What do you think of this card?
it's bad, but I want to try it. It's so bad.
I don't know if it's bad though, because it's a 3/3, so it's pretty resilient on turn 3 to, like, I don't know, any sort of 2 attack minion, and then turn 4 you can drop a 2 attack minion and inspire it to gain Wind Fury.
I don't know.
So you get 6 damage. I don't know. It's probably not a good card. You're right.
It's cool,
probably not
though.
a good card. Yeah. And then we have Ice Rager, which is a 3-mana 5/2.
That's what I'm talking about the power creep.
Yeah, Magma Rager is a 3-mana 5/1, right?
Yeah. Why they don't make
Yeah, so
Magma
this
Rager a
is just-
6/1, I don't know. Like,
I have no idea. I think that what they're doing is they're introducing these cards so that you'll you'll end up getting them. They want you to buy the packs, and then they'll throw these cards in there and just be like, hey, well, it's a better card than what you have. It's like, okay, whatever. Bone Guard Lieutenant, 2 mana, 3/2, inspires, gain +1 health.
It's not good because there's 2 drops with 3 attack.
Well, I mean,
It's not good.
yes, there are, but it survives against a 2 attack if you are able to inspire it.
But then that's
Yeah,
4 mana.
That's true, but then that's 4 mana. And then Tournament Attendee, which is the last common card of the set. It's a 1 mana 2/1 taunt. Why you need a taunt with 1 health is beyond me, but there it is. That's all. So I don't know. Is that any good? I don't think it's.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. So moving on to the rare cards. First up, we have Coliseum Manager. 3 mana, 2/5. Inspire. Return this minion to your hand.
I don't know why. Why is that card? It's so bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right stats for a 3-drop, but you now can't use your hero power anymore.
Yeah, or you can use your hero power. This is actually okay. What if you're playing against aggro and all you really need to do is trade against things? Then you can trade with a couple things and then hero power, pop it back in your hand.
If it's priest,
Instead
I
of
can see being
losing
running
it.
priest, but other than that, it's bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Next one we have is Argent Watchman. Can't attack, inspire, can attack normally this turn. It's a 2 mana 2/4. I don't know. That's pretty much a bad card. I guess if you're playing Handlock, it's not terrible, but why not just play the Watchman card that can't attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next card is Armored Warhorse. Battlecry, reveal a minion in each deck. If yours costs more, gain charge. I think this is pretty cool.
It's not bad, I would say. Like if you get like
it is a beast, so you could play it in Ramp Druid if you're playing with some of the new beast cards.
I think it's fine. It's not a bad card.
Yeah, it's fine. Then we have Injured Kvaldir. Battlecry, deal 3 damage to this minion. It's a 2/4. I don't know. Could you run this in Priest like you run Injured Blade Master?
It's like a shitty version of it, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a 2/4. That doesn't really help you all that much.
No, not at all. I don't think it's good.
Yeah. Master Jouster is the next card. Battlecry, reveal a minion in each deck. If yours costs more, gain Taunt and Divine Shield. Wow.
That's really good
I
if you
think
hit
this
on it.
card's pretty good. Yeah, if you hit on it, it's a 5/6 Taunt Divine Shield. Amazing. If you don't, it's just a 5/6 for 6, so it's pretty bad. It's a lot of the jousting mechanics are going to have to really depend on what deck you're playing, because if you're playing a deck where you're going to win that joust, then it's going to be good. Otherwise, it's not. So adding in that RNG element. Next up is Light's Champion. Battlecry, silence a demon.
Stupid card, bad card, shitty card.
You don't like it?
It literally only works against one class, and then that's if they're running cards that you can silence.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so next we have Mogar's Champion. 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy, but it's an 8/5.
So bad.
I mean, it's an 8 attack minion for 6, so it's not terrible, I guess, but 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy.
Yeah. Even if it didn't have that passive, it still wouldn't be great, I would say.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of health. Fencing Coach is next. Battlecry, the next time you use your hero power, it's 2 less.
The
Wow.
free hero power.
Free hero power. So what about Fencing Coach and mixing it with some Inspire cards?
I'm sure there's a lot of potential for it. Like, we're gonna have to see these decks come out. Like, every single Inspire mechanic kind of like synergizes, but how you use them, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And then Saboteur is interesting because it attacks the opponent. Battlecry, your opponent's hero power costs 5 more next turn.
Loatheb for hero
So,
powers.
yeah, Loatheb for hero powers. That's pretty cool.
It's not good
If
though.
I don't, yeah, I mean, it's not good now because none of the hero powers are really that impactful. But what if somebody's playing where they really need to use their hero power every turn to get that inspire? Then maybe this is okay.
Like Loatheb's so good because
Plus,
it's all spells. Now they have one hero power that I don't know. It's just not good. It's not good.
yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, it's not bad stats though either. So you could say that it's good enough just for the stats.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Um, yeah. So now we're gonna move on to the epic cards. This expansion. So Frost Giant. This is a 10 mana, 8/8, costs 1 less for each time you use your hero power this game.
I think it's pretty
And
good.
as we pointed out, I think there was some confusion. I think the way that it works is every time you use your hero power this game, Frost Giant doesn't have to be in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes this a pretty good card.
In Priest, it's really good if you're just like healing stuff the entire game, like just to keep board control. Then, sure.
Yeah. So next we have Kodo Rider. Inspire, summon a 3/5 War Kodo.
It's bad.
But you get a free. Okay, yeah, it's bad.
It's
You're right.
terrible.
It's terrible. It's just not enough stats for the amount of mana you're using. Garrison Commander, you can use your hero power twice a turn.
Great.
Okay. I mean, sure.
It's an alright 2-drop. Like, if you're playing a deck that synergizes with Inspire, then yeah, it's great. I mean, it's not a bad 2-drop. 2/3s right on curve for 2-drops, so sure. Run it if you're using hero powers.
Yeah, if it's helpful for you, sure. The next card would be Master of Ceremonies. Battlecry. If you have a minion with spell damage, gain 2/2.
Bad.
Yeah, bad. Yeah, that's pretty much all we need to say about that. Okay, the next card is Crowd Favorite. Whenever you play a card with Battlecry, gain +1/+1.
Shredder's better.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shredder's
I mean,
so good.
yeah, Shredder's really good, but I mean, think about this. This is already a 4 health. Like I talked about 4 health minions already, and if you get if you play some minions with Battlecry, like I could see this working out. If you play some sort of Battlecry deck, then this is amazing.
I'd
Why
rather
not
be a
play it?
3/5 though.
You'd rather it be a 3/5?
Yeah, I think a 3/5 would be way better for it.
Hmm.
Might be OP though.
Okay. Next we have Grand Crusader. Battlecry, add a random Paladin card to your hand.
I think that's pretty decent.
I don't know.
I mean, if you don't have
I don't
legendaries
know
like
how to play that card.
Sylvanas or something like that, then it fills that slot. Or Thorison or stuff like that.
I suppose.
That's about it though.
Yeah, I don't see it being played all that often. The next one we have is Twilight Guardian. If you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and taunt. Well, it's obviously good in dragon decks. I mean, +1 attack and taunt makes it a 3/6 taunt for 4, which is basically what is that one? The Fen Creeper, right?
Fen Creepers, yep, 3/6, yep.
It's
That's
a 3/6,
5 mana,
but
though.
that's 5 mana. So it's basically a better Fen Creeper if you have dragons in your hand.
I don't think it's a bad card.
Yeah, definitely not.
You have to be playing dragon decks.
Yeah, if you're playing dragons, it's good. Otherwise, it's just kind of average. Sideshow Spell Eater is Battlecry. Copy your opponent's hero power. Okay, so this one confuses me. Is it copying the opponent's hero power like for this turn, or do you automatically replace your hero power with opponent's hero power?
I'm reading it right now, and it steals your opponent's hero power because people are talking about how it's a tech card against like Justicar or Jiraxis or Shadowform or Major Domo. It's a tech card.
Oh, okay.
If they have Jiraxis, use it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
All
kind of cool.
And then the last epic would be Recruiter. Inspire, add a 2/2 Squire to your hand.
Sure.
I think it's a bad card.
It is bad, yeah.
The 2/2 Squire is 2 mana, right?
I believe so, which makes it bad.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of reason to play it. Plus, you have to actually play the Squire. It's not just summoned for you, so that kind of sucks too.
Mm-hmm.
So now we get to move on to the neutral legendaries.
Yay.
So we get to see how these legendaries are gonna change the game completely. Like this first one, which is obviously gonna make pirates meta, right? Come on, come on.
Yeah.
Skycap and Crag. He's got charge. Costs one less for each friendly pirate. Um, yeah, this is a bad card, I
We've
think.
we've mentioned before, if cards that are like, oh, it costs one less for everything on your board or whatever, or like it's better if you have all these type of minions on your board, then I mean you're probably already winning the game because you have tempo over your opponent, right? So I mean
Right, exactly.
it's a
So
game closer, but I mean it's nothing more than that.
it's basically old Murkai for pirates, except old Murkai is way better than this card. Um, the next legendary that we have is Justicar True Heart.
Yeah.
Battlecry, replace your starting hero power with a better one. And we've talked about this card before, and we've gone over the hero powers. Um, but this is just pretty much a good card all around because you get a better hero power and you get 6 damage. So I think it's good.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a cool card. I mean, you once again have to be playing around having all those inspire effects, or you have to be playing a class that's gonna keep you in for late game. Like if you're playing Control Warrior, I would run it in Control Warrior. Sure, why not have 4 armor every single time you use your hero power? Like that's good if you're
Right.
making the game last
Exactly.
longer.
Yeah. So the next one we have is Nexus Champion Sarad. Inspire, add a random spell to your hand. Um, I like this card.
Yeah, once again, you have to have like a bunch of those, like Maiden of the Lake and stuff like that. But if you have Maiden of the Lake and that, like, yeah, sure. And like something that allows you to hero power multiple times per turn, sure, that's great. You can get a bunch of spells which can win you the game.
Yeah, I mean it's all right. The randomness effect of it could mean that you get a useless spell added to your hand. So there's obviously that. Anytime there's RNG introduced, it, in my opinion, devalues the card a little bit because you don't know what you're going to be getting.
Totemic Might.
But one interesting thing, yeah, right, Totemic Might. One interesting thing about this, um, it's spelled differently, but my very first World of Warcraft character was Sarad, but it was Serad, and this is Saraad, which I think is interesting.
Was he the Nexus
Um,
champion though?
he was not the Nexus champion. He was a level 70 mage when I gave it up. It was just an interesting coincidence. Um, so the next legendary we have is Idis.
Idis, I
I'm gonna go
think.
with Idis. Idis Darkbane. Whenever you target this minion with a spell, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. So I can see this being very effective in Paladin. It's a 3 mana legendary, which there aren't any 3 mana legendaries, are there?
No, a Mukla? Mukla's 3.
Mukla?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mukla. So another 3 mana legendary, which I think is really cool. If you can play a legendary creature like this on turn 3, and then if you're playing Paladin, you can buff it up and stuff. 3 damage to a random enemy. That's pretty sweet. So I see it being pretty solid. The next one we have is Fiola Lightbane. Whenever you target this minion with a spell, gain Divine Shield. This is basically the counterpart to the one we just talked about.
I think they're really good in Priest. Like Priest has so many buff cards with Power Word Shield, Velen, stuff like that. Like I honestly think this card could be really both those cards could be really good. I'm gonna run them in Priest, like as a 3-drop. Sure.
Yeah.
That's great. 3-drop them next turn you
I
go
mean,
Velen's and then Power Word Shield. Holy shit.
yeah, definitely. Velen, I didn't even think about that. Velen's Chosen plus Powered Shield, and yeah, Priest seems like it would be pretty good for these cards. Um, Next up, we have the Skeleton Knight. Death Rattle, reveal a minion in each deck. If yours costs more, return this to your hand.
Shitty version of the Rogue Legendary, but costs less though.
Yeah. I
It's actually
guess
not bad.
the Death Rattle needs to happen, though. Like, you need to win it in order to return to your hand. But it only costs 6 mana as opposed to, what, 9 for a new Burkhan? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I like this card. I think it's pretty cool,
It
but I
just
don't think
dies
it's
to
going to
like
see a lot
4
of play.
drops, which is
Yeah, it
bad.
dies pretty easily. Um, Next up is Gormok the Impaler. Battlecry, if you have at least 4 other minions, deal 4 damage. So, damn. The aggro? I could see this being used in aggro.
Yeah, man, imagine the opponent has one good minion on the board, but you have a bunch, and then you just kill their one good minion and then keep pushing.
I mean, if you're playing like Zulak, this is a great turn 4 because you probably have 4 minions on the board already. And if you play this turn 4, you're getting a 4/4, which is fine for 4 mana, but you're taking away one of their 4 health minions, and chances are they have, a 2 or a 3 or a 4 health minion on the board at that point. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sorry. Next up we have Ice Howl. 9 mana, 10/10, charge, can't attack heroes. Interesting. I don't know what to think about this card.
It's so bad.
I mean, it's bad, but in the right situation, it could really change the game. Like, what if they just played Mal'Ganis and they think they're fine? You play this, boom, Mal'Ganis is gone,
Then you're wasting 1 slot in your deck to run a card that can't do damage to the enemy hero. It's removal, but a minion.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah, but it's removal. I mean, the fact that it has charge makes it not the worst card ever.
I think it's good in Sneeds. It's good from Sneeds. Like, because if you trade Sneeds, you're probably already trading for control anyways, because you're playing a slower game because you're running Sneeds. And if you get that, you get to trade more. So, other than that, I don't think it's that good.
I guess. Next up, we have Chillmaw. I'm sorry. Yeah, Chillmaw. Taunt, Death Rattle. If you're holding a dragon, deal 3 damage to all minions. I think this is relatively counterproductive.
I like it.
That's what it seems
like
like
it
to
a lot.
me. Do you like it?
Because they don't know if you're holding a dragon, right? So imagine playing around that though. Like you're playing Aggro Hunter or something like that, right? And you're like, shit, that's a 6/6 taunt on the field. Do I trade all of my minions in the best way possible and hope that he doesn't have a dragon, or do I just trade them in however and then assume that they're all going to get 3 damage done to them? Like, you either play around the 3 damage or you play around being more aggressive, but you I don't know, it's literally you don't know if you're going to take 3 damage or not, which is scary.
Yeah, that's actually true.
It's kind of slow though, which is bad.
I don't know. The fact that it's a 7 cost card makes me think it's not good.
I love the art on it though, so it's cool.
The art is beautiful on this card. Very, very nice. Yeah, and then the very last, I guess the last card we're going to talk about is Bolf Ram Shield. Whenever your hero takes damage, this minion takes it instead. It's a 6 mana 3/9.
It's so bad though.
I mean, why wouldn't they just attack that minion instead, right? They know that minion's going to take the damage. I guess Hunter Hero Power would be the only thing that this stops, because then Hunter's Hero Power won't attack your face anymore. It just attacks Bolf Ram Shield. But even so, there's no reason to use this card.
You can't even do cheesy stuff with like the disguised rogue card. It's like, no, you disguise it and then it's still gonna die eventually.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah, so basically what we've come to decide is that most of the neutral cards are just kind of I mean, they're really not all that good. There's some that are, situational or could be good or something. But there's no big, there's no Kel'Thuzad.
Or Sludge Belchers, or...
There's no Sludge Belcher.
Haunted Creepers, shit like that.
Yeah. There's no Shredder. There's no Piloted Shredder.
I mean...
we didn't find a single card that was better than Piloted Shredder.
I think they don't want to have cards like that. Like, I've mentioned this multiple times. It's like, oh, you're going to go build a Ramp Druid deck, right? Well, currently, you put in 2 Wild Growth, 2 Innervate, 2 Swipe, 2 Ancient of Lore, 2 Druid of the Claw, because those cards are the best cards in the entire class. Like, they're some of the best cards in the entire set of, like, all the cards, right? So, I mean, when you start adding cards like Piloted Shredders or, like, Lothebs and stuff like that, when you start adding more auto-includes and, like, make less decision-making, you're literally just making the deck more streamlined. So, like, you're never going to include some of these cards that we looked at just because there's already cards that are better than them. So, I mean, they're trying to make choices rather than, holy shit, this card's good, I have to include it now, instead of this. You know what I mean? They would rather have your 5-drop slot open for tech cards like, I was going to say, is Harrison 5? Yeah, Harrison's 5. They'd rather keep your 5 slot open for, like, tech cards like Harrison or stuff like that rather than, oh, this is the best 5-drop in the game, just play it, put it there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they can't just have OP cards, like, which, I mean, is kind of sad because it's fun, like, thinking about OP cards, but I think some of these cards will be played because they're all right. None of them are, like, God tier, though.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of the class cards are really nice, though, so...
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And they all give us more options for different types of decks for them, so I think that's good.
Yeah.
Like some Beast Druid, Beast Hunter, more Control Warrior, Armor Warrior. It's a lot of fun stuff. Overall, I'm really happy with the expansion.
Yeah, me too. And I know you've been saving up gold so you can buy packs, but
35.
I think what I'm most excited for, 3,500?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of packs.
Yeah, dude.
I like that. That's pretty cool. What I'm most excited for is the fact that you can get these packs in Arena now, right?
It's random, though, which kind of makes me sad, but...
Oh, it's random?
You don't get to choose what type of pack you want. You get a random either GVG, regular, or...
that's right.
I would have played,
That's lame.
I would have played, 75 arenas instead of doing 35 packs.
Yeah,
but...
definitely. Because I was going to play a bunch of Arena and get some packs, but I don't know. Now, I think I'm just saving up my gold for when the next expansion comes out, because the next expansion is most likely going to be like a Nax Ramus or
get the wings.
BlackRock, where you have to buy the wings. So I'm going to try to save up enough gold so I can buy all those.
We should end on one final note. What's the first legendary you're going to craft when this expansion comes out? When you get enough dust or whatever.
Varian Rin. Without a doubt.
Okay, I'm going to craft Aviana, the Druid legendary.
That's a really good one, too. Aviana has so much potential. You can just do so many things with it. But, yeah, I think Varian is the card that I want the most, simply because, well, I don't even have Grommash, actually. I should probably get Grommash, too. But, yeah, I don't have a lot of dust. I need to save up for some dust. But yeah, I think Varian is the card that I want the most.
It's pretty sick. Well, anyways, I think that's pretty well it. I think we covered all the cards to the best of our ability. If you want to get some more of our content, you can check out the Hearth. We record our episodes on Saturday. They usually go up on Sunday or Saturday night. And yeah, you're on our YouTube channel anyway, so subscribe. Thanks. Bye.
Woo, bye.